With the recent events surrounding Dragon Ball Super Episode 48, today guys we're going to go ahead and dive into the official dialogue to see what exactly transpired between Black, Goku, Trunks, and the rest of the Z Fighters. In case you guys haven't checked out the episode, guys, feel free to go on ahead and tune off of this video, go watch the episode for yourself, come back so we can talk more Dragon Ball Super. As of course between Black and Trunks, very interesting dialogue between the two. As you guys can see above on your screen, Black clearly asks Trunks, "Are you done with your farewell, Saiyan? It's your turn now." And Trunks contemplating whether or not he should run or fight, obviously stating, "Should I run?" And then he's obviously looking at the Capsule Corp building. He says that building is still intact, so that guy doesn't know about the time machine. Clearly Goku does not. And in fact, Goku asks Trunks, "Are you going to fight me? You're not going to stop resisting even though you know that you can't win." So he's telling Trunks, "You're not going to win even if you fight me, so what's the point of even throwing down in the first place?" And then interestingly enough, he says, "Saiyans are really interesting. Don't worry. Soon I'll send you to the same place as that girl. Death is a blessing for foolish human beings." And that's when Trunks becomes a Super Saiyan, insinuating, "Bastard, how dare you, this is the end." And then once Goku beats him down, he tells Trunks what a miserable end for a proud warrior race. Now going back to what Black was telling Trunks, he kept referring to Trunks as Saiyans, saying Saiyans are really interesting, death is a blessing for humans. And with that of course comes one of two theories. Either A, Goku is on some serious mushrooms that he can't tell who's a Saiyan and who's not, or B, this is not the actual Black Goku that we're all thinking of. This could be a shape-shifting creature that took the form of Goku, because again he's referring to Trunks as a Saiyan. Saiyans are interesting, what a foolish race. And then we pan on over, as you guys can see on your screen, where Black tells Trunks disappear for good, and just before he was going to destroy Trunks, Trunks disappears, and Black is like, where did he go? Trying to hide isn't going to work, trying to escape in that airplane isn't going to work either, because right before that Trunks unleashed the Masenko, causing a distraction for him to buy time to get to the time machine. And then right before Goku was going to unleash that purplish black Kamehameha wave, he tells Trunks, "This is the end, Trunks," referring to his name actually, which was a first. And then right then and there Trunks disappears, and Black is like, he ran away, he disappeared, he completely disappeared, so he couldn't even fathom as to what was going on. And then we pan over to Trunks and Mai and everyone else in school, and they're doing math. I mean, I hate math, I'm pretty sure you guys hate math as well. 1000 minus 900 times 0.5 is, Trunks, what is it? Trunks is like, I don't know the answer. I mean, Trunks doesn't really know. Everyone's in school, everyone's having a good time until the time machine comes crashing down in front of everyone. And of course, Trunks being the first one to go investigate, they all notice the Capsule Corp logo, which they go gave Bulma. And then Bulma gets to the time machine and she asks Trunks, "The person who's unconscious inside, is it a young man with blue hair?" Blue hair, guys, not purple. And then that's when little Trunks is like, "That's right." And that's when Bulma replies by saying, "This is bad. Hang in there, I'll call Vegeta immediately." And that's when everyone else, Pilaf and the gang, tries to stir up trouble, with Pilaf saying, "What relations does Vegeta's son have with him?" Indicating that, you know, like, why do they need Vegeta for this? And of course, as you guys can see on your screen, Pilaf is just instigating some more, saying, "Could it be that he's an illegitimate child? You have a brother." So they're trying to tell Trunks, "Listen man, you may have a brother and stuff." And Trunks is panicking because he don't know what the hell's going on. So we pan on over to Beerus' planet, and then that's when we see Whis communicating with Bulma. And that's when Whis tells Bulma, "Oh my, that communication device came in use for once." And that's when she was like, "Is this about more food?" And then she's like, "No, hurry and call Vegeta." And that's when Goku and Vegeta are like, "Huh, what happened, Bulma?" And that's when Beerus said something very interesting that kind of caught my eye. And that's when he told Bulma, "We didn't give you that device for having a friendly chat." And she pretty much came out the chat saying, "This isn't a friendly chat, this is an emergency. Can you both see? It's Trunks, he came back in this state." And that's when poor little Trunks overheard what she said, and he said, "Why did she call him Trunks?" And then, you know, that's when Pilaf was like, "So, the brothers both have a same name, right? This situation smells like a very naughty scandal." And, you know, they're all, like, you know, trying to pressure Trunks into believing that he has a brother and stuff. And that's when Goku's like, yeah, he's in really bad shape. So they're all trying to get to Earth, and Vegeta's like, "Use instant transmission and bring some sensu beans from Korin's place." And then Goku replies by saying, "We're so far away, I can't sense anyone's ki from here." And that's when Beerus tells, you know, Whis and everyone else, "This might be interesting, should we go as well?" And then Whis is like, "Sounds good, we might have to stay for some dinner too." And they actually get to Earth, and Vegeta's like, "Kakarot, go get some sensu beans." Meanwhile, in the future, Black is pissed. Black is saying, "But I'll find you for sure. Who the hell do you think I am?" Which again is a very good question, because we're all still trying to find out as to who the hell he is. But as you guys can see, Goku grabs about 8 sensu beans. So he grabs a handful of beans, he instant transmissions his way back to Trunks, he gives Trunks the beans, Trunks wakes up, Trunks punches Goku. But of course, prior to that, Goku tells Trunks, "Pull yourself together, Trunks." And that's when Trunks attacks him, and that's when he tells Goku, "You bastard." And then we pan on over to the preview. Now again, I want you guys guys to look at the dialogue very carefully and the way Black was talking to Trunks, and especially the way he was referring to him. He was always saying this, saying that, saying this, saying that. So obviously he's trying to diss his race. Clearly this is an indication that he is not a part of the same species as Trunks, because he is referring to him as a Saiyan. Death is meaningful for you and stuff like that. So it raises so many questions, but I want to know from you guys, what are your overall thoughts on the dialogue pieces that were depicted in this episode? I personally thought it was great, especially during the early portions of this episode, the way Black was talking to Trunks, and even when they fought. I mean, for a second I actually believed that Trunks had a chance until Black turned the tides. But what are your overall thoughts as to what you guys saw in this episode? Thank you all for watching once again. Let me know down in the comment section below as to who you guys think Black is. The Goten theory, I think by now is already out the window, because the way Black was speaking to Trunks as seen in the dialogue leaves me to believe that whoever this is clearly isn't a Saiyan. So let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. If you guys haven't checked out the episode, go on ahead and watch it. And if you guys have watched it, do you guys think this was better than last week's episode? Comment down below and let me know, episode 47 or episode 48. Thank you guys for watching once again. If you guys are fans of Dragon Ball, don't forget to subscribe to this channel. That way you guys don't miss all the latest news, information, and updates pertaining to Dragon Ball. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to smash that like button. Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Tune in for more. I'm excited. And this particular battle, as you guys can see, I am waiting to see this. And I believe, of course, when it happens, it's going to be on a monumental scale. So thank you all for watching once again. Tune in for more, and I'll be seeing you all later, Saiyans. Take it easy. Peace.